Anyways, this like what I'm saying right now might be in part 2 of the video, so you might already be watching the second part. But I'm just gonna continue on. I'm not gonna break anywhere, so if I happen to go on to like 3 parts, it'll just be a random cut somewhere in the video. So so be aware of that if I just stop abruptly somewhere. Okay, next up is I was able to pick this up, which was really cool. Never expect to see this. This is a television single, Venus. Oh well, actually, Prove It backed with Venus, because I mean, I think Venus is the stronger song, but this Venus had already been released as a single prior to this. Anyways, I'm not really one for singles at all. The only singles that I own in my collection is from Record Store Day 2 years ago. I picked up, I don't know why I even need to show you. But anyways, well, I guess I might as well now. But Record Store Day 2 years ago, I picked up, what's this called again? Plus Minus, I think some people call it. Joy Division singles, because at the time 2 years ago I just started discovering Joy Division and was obsessed with the band, and a lot of those songs I couldn't find on record. Like some of those songs are just available on, you know, some different releases, but hard to find stuff. Getting back to this, anyways, yeah, there's very few stuff that I will pick up on as a single, but my favorite band of all time, gotta pick up that, and it's on cool green vinyl. I mean, not the biggest colored vinyl person either, but for a single, it's especially nice. I mean, something else to make it cool, because you don't get any great artwork with this. But I love the I love that Elektra label, the butterfly one. It's one of my favorite labels. Anyways, even though I have the album, I spun this. Sounds great. 2 amazing songs from, in my opinion, the best album of all time. So next up, another thing I was able to trade in for. So I got this completely free. The Glusky Doo Dallas. Oh, phenomenal record. So great. I'm just gonna get up quickly and change around the record. Sorry about that. Okay. Anyways, oops. Glusky Doo Dallas. Seminal. Just alternative kind of rock. It's hard, like. It's hard picking genre for this, kind of in the hardcore vein, alternative rock, noise rock. Albini did the production on this and was the engineer on this album, so obviously it has that classic Albini production. Anyways, but very strong album. This is on Orange Wax, and I noticed that I think the only other version that the only other people that picked this up in the VC is Hands Off the Bayou, or aka the Mel and Neil Record Show, and theirs is on white. So I looked it up, and 2000 were released on orange, and what the hell? And 200 were released on orange, and I mean 2000 released on orange and 2000 were released on white. But if you, I first heard about this band. I actually haven't known about them that long. And sometime in the last year, I discovered them. I think it was well, I know I was reading a review, I'm not sure where, on the Pixies, and somebody had mentioned this band, and said, like, if you like Pixies, you need to check out this band, and so I listened to them, and quickly led me to, like, going through some of their albums and stuff, quickly led me to this one, and just this is like the stuff that, some of the stuff that I love the most, especially in rock. Like, it's just like I can't even describe it. Like the all the sounds and the noise and the attitude and like the immatureness a little bit, but like just like a fun record with like, I don't know, I can't just, I have a really hard time like describing my feelings on a record, especially if I don't like think it out in advance. But anyways, well, probably pretty hard to pick up now. I was amazed to find this still in the store. I was in this local audiophile shop, and I don't go into that often, but their used stuff's really expensive, and so that's they're like new vinyls all regular price and stuff. But anyways, since their used stuff's really expensive, I brought in some of my stuff that I found garage selling, and they gave me way more than I think I would get in any other record store. So that was really cool, and yeah, I was able to pick. I was looking through their indie section and saw this and like nearly shit my pants because I had an exam on record store day, so I missed out on it, and never went to some of the stores afterwards, and yeah, nobody had this. Well, I didn't even think to check at this audiophile store. So really glad to have that in my collection. Okay, starting up the well, no, I guess I'll show you this too. Picked up, there's one store that sells cassettes for 10 cents, and this was still sealed, and I really wanted some Fela Kuti stuff, and you never see stuff on vinyl. I've never seen it, and so this is I guess a compilation. It took it's only 2 songs though, 2 long tracks, but Mr. Follow and Who No Go No Who No Go No. Tongue twister. You can see that it's pretty hard to say that fast in the last track reading it. Yeah, and you know, like, he's pretty consistent for the stuff that I've heard. I don't know Fela Kuti stuff that much. The only album that I'm like know well is Expensive Shit, but everything I've heard of by him I've loved, and that's no different. I picked up this in a thrift store. This was like, I think it was $2, but Mass Attack Mezzanine. The one thing that is cool about this is it's missing. Okay, do you not see that in the corner? 2 CD set. I was like, what the hell? And Mezzanine is in my. Hopefully, I don't think I'm pronouncing that wrong, but Mezzanine. Anyways, that's in my CD player right now. But look at this. Blue Lines. Yeah, that was in here too. I don't think like look at the artwork. It's just Mezzanine. So I think somebody made this themselves, like owned this version, because I looked online and I can't find a double CD that came out this way. So, you know, this is on my most wanted like albums on LP or something, just kind of those like far off holy grails that I never expect to own unless they reissue it, because originals go for so much money. Yeah, like, and Cool Ranch Dressing, which another other BC members who have just the out of this world amazing collection have an original McCluskey Dallas and original Mezzanine on vinyl. So super jealous of that. And oh yeah, for whatever reason too, another thing that I've never been able to find is Pink Flag on vinyl. And this is a compilation, but obviously it's compiling Pink Flag and oh crap, I can't think of the I don't have Pink Flag or the that Flower album, the something Violet, or I don't know, I'm blanking. I can't think of the name of that album, but I'm missing those, the two their first releases. So this is a good CD. It was $1, told me over until only come across that. Some of my favorite music of all time as well. Wire, they're so good. Like, look how many tracks on here too. 31. Fast-paced, like, punk. And as the CD progresses, it gets like a little more post-punk flavored. Okay, next up, amazing garage sale find. So good. Bitches Brew, of course. I don't know if this is showing up. And see this, yeah, it's still in the shrink wrap. Look at the price on there. Original price, $3.65. See on the back, shrink wrap will show up better. You see all those, like, yeah, the bubbles and stuff, like in the shrink wrap. Yeah, I don't think this was ever played. Like, it was unsealed. It's a gatefold album, so, but like, obviously this gate, like, it's never been opened, like the gatefold. And the vinyl was just, I tried taking it out the sleeve, and I actually like accidentally split some of the shrink wrap at the bottom about an inch. And cause like typically I don't really like shrink wrap around albums, especially gatefold ones. But for an album like this, where it's just in just such great shape and it's been in the shrink wrap for so long, I have a really hard time taking it off. And I'm not going to take the album out because it's, like I said, fairly difficult without being really careful. It's a CBS press. I found about 3 CBS records at that one garage sale, and the other 2 were English pressings, and I thought this was English too originally, but then when I finally got the album out, it's actually a Holland press, but original, and really cool, like in the shrink, like that amazing condition of a copy in the shrink wrap, and vinyl is, like, I think never been played. Yeah, just a find you don't expect to find. I mean, I know Bitches Brew is one of the best-selling jazz albums of all time, but I didn't expect to come across it, basically. Some other things I traded in for at the record store. McCoy Tyner. Another artist that Derek showed a collection for recently. Cool thing about this is a great album. It's a live album from '73, I want to say. Yeah, July 7th, 1973. In the Avant-Garde Jazz Main. He's playing his, like, McCoy Tyner, but one of the one of the all-time great piano players, and even like on the last track on this album, Walk Spirit, Talk Spirit, he's playing, and his technique, I guess, is so tight and so fast. Like he's almost going like at parts of that song like Tiger Rag fast. Art Tatum. It's pretty awesome to see. Like yeah, and people who've just listened to McCoy Tyner, if you like the piano playing with like John Coltrane, then obviously you should, like, I urge you to check out some of his stuff in his later career, because a lot of the albums are well worth checking out. And I can't speak for every one of his milestone releases, but at least this one and like Sahara and House on Focal Point, those are all really strong albums. I don't know if I talked about this, but yeah, I'm going to show you 2 other milestone records, and all of them are a promotional, not for sale. They're not white label, but they are. Do you see above stereo, promotional, not for sale? So I mean, still like true promo copy. Like I guess Milestone didn't do white label promos, or at least these aren't. And yeah, another thing I want to say is just that Milestone is just a very, very underrated jazz label. If you want to get into jazz, but you're not, money's tight, or you don't want to, before you like lay down a little more for the somewhat harder stuff to find, and you're like against like reissues, because I guess you can get a lot of good jazz records on reissue cheap. Anyways, but for originals or something, Milestone is a great label, and it doesn't have the same prestige that other labels like Blue Note and stuff have. If you want to see a great video on Milestone Records, and watch Astro Traveler 68, he does a really great overview of the label, and he has a ton of Milestone releases, and yeah, he just does a great job like talking about the label, and I agree with it, like him 100% that some fantastic jazz came out on it. You can pick it up fairly cheap, and it's well worth picking up. Like overlooked label for sure. Okay, another monster on that record. As you can see, same thing. Promotional, for promotion, not for sale. This is Joe Henderson, The Elements, and I don't know if you can see that. Let's see from behind him. Yep. If anybody recognizes this person, yeah, it's Alice Coltrane, and yeah, featuring Alice Coltrane. What a record! It's called The Elements. So the tracks are fire, air, water, earth. Kind of that like in the early 70s, the whole spiritual jazz stuff was really popular. I guess was kind of pioneered initially in the 60s by some artists like Coltrane and stuff, and like a lot of Pharoah Sanders stuff. It's like in the spiritual jazz vein and stuff, and this is I guess yeah, I classify, I guess, as a spiritual jazz album / touches of avant-garde jazz, but really great. Just a strong record. Joe Henderson. So talk about an underrated artist as well. Like underrated label and underrated artist. Joe Henderson is an amazing player. Like, blows me away. And I know his stuff on Blue Note is like highly regarded, but I don't like when I read about like popular jazz and stuff. His name doesn't get mentioned all that much, and he makes some really great albums. I showed in my showing my favorite jazz records, those 2 videos. I never finished those videos as well. Like, I ran out of. I was gonna make some more because I didn't show all my favorite stuff. I can't find it right now. Anyways, there's a Joe Henderson Live in Japan album. It should be here. But oh yeah. This is still my favorite. You see this record, pick it up. Man, is this a phenomenal record. Still my favorite. Out of the Milestone records that I own, picked up the Elements, and yeah, I picked up also Multiple, and kind of a spiritual, slightly, but mostly jazz fusion record, and very, very strong. Really cool. I really enjoyed this one as well. Well worth picking up. So got that one, and just going to